What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, man, J. Willie Silly, man, a.k.a. Mr. Take It Easy before you end up like Beezy. But make sure y'all follow my Instagram and Twitch in the description. Like I said, y'all, Story Mode J is back, man. First of all, y'all, did you miss me? I'm going to say it again, y'all, did you miss me? Let me say it one more time, y'all, did you miss me? You know what I mean? But nah, though, man, Story Mode J is back. The last Story Mode game that I did was The Walking Dead. And I know a lot of y'all, bro. Y'all mess with that for sure. If y'all ain't watched my Story Mode gameplays, bro, the playlist section is on this channel. But like I said, all gaming content going forward will be uploaded to my second channel. So make sure y'all subscribe to my second channel. Link in the description down below. You know what I'm saying? But I will be live streaming on Twitch tonight. Gaming Story Mode games are back. I will be live streaming Detroit Becomes Human. So we're going to see how they're working with. I know I lied to y'all yesterday, but I promise I am not lying tonight. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all go follow the Twitch. Link in the description down below. But we got 3 horrifying true Stalker-Ex Stalker. Okay. You know, 3 horrifying true Stalker-Ex horror stories. Y'all ever had a crazy ex, man? Have y'all ever had a crazy ex? I'm going to keep it real. I've never had a crazy ex, though. You know what I mean? I'm talking about getting to the point of stalking. Oh, heck no. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real with you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to really think hard. You know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna lie. Your boy Jay been a player since the Himalaya. Back in the day. You know what I mean? Back in the day. I just gotta say back in the day. Your boy Jay was kind of a player back in the day. Now I'm a changed man. You know what I mean? I say so myself. You know what I mean? But nah, though. Yeah, man. I'm really trying to think. Have I ever had a crazy... yeah, I'm not gonna even, yeah, you know, so I'm just gonna start the video. This nigga, boy, you in the bushes, golly. She must have that good goo. You look at him. That boy's stalking broad day.
As you're about to hear in the following stories, mental health is not something to be taken lightly, and it's important to stay on top of your mental health. You grow up imagining your life will look a certain way at a certain age, but things don't always work out the way you pictured. Maybe you don't end up in the job you thought you would. Maybe you're feeling stuck, or like everyone else is moving forward while you're just standing still. It can be hard to talk about that, even harder to ask for help. Maybe therapy always feels like something other people did, but then I learned that it's not about having something wrong with you. It's about understanding yourself and finding a healthier way to move forward.
Yeah, this is definitely a sponsor. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like I said, y'all, man, mental health is important. I say the best thing about mental health, y'all, I don't know, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is just true. And I bring God in everything because I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, like, and I feel better as a person. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I should share, you feel me? You know, my experience with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all don't feel happy. A lot of y'all, you know, mental health is messed up, bro, because you're missing the true thing that you were made, that you were destined for. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, ever since I got close to God, I don't care about money. You know what I'm saying? I swear, like, money is like literally like, once you get close to God, bro, I read this one scripture, you know what I'm saying? How can he call on the one that he don't believe in? You know what I mean? How can you call on the one you don't believe in? How can you call on the one that you don't have a relationship with? A lot of y'all know of God, but you don't know God. It's a difference between knowing of God and knowing God. You know what I mean? So a lot of y'all be, I don't know, man. You be praying, but you really don't got a relationship with him. Once you get a relationship, bro, you know what I'm saying, with him, and once you actually try to change, and once you just try to just be a better person, you know what I'm saying, start opening up the word and just try to be a follower of Christ, bro, all that gonna go away, I'm telling you, bro, literally. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my biggest honestly, my biggest therapist is God. I don't need no therapist. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of y'all need to go to therapy, but guess what? Because guess what? You don't know God like I do. So me having a relationship with God, bro, helps me. You know what I'm saying? It cures me. I don't got to go to no therapy because my therapist right here. I know, you know what I'm saying? So it's just about building a relationship with God. He's just everything. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. You know, I just had to say that about anybody because I never know, bro. You know, you probably turn to my videos. You know what I'm saying? I make your day. You probably having a bad day until you turn to my videos. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, man, everything going to be all right for real. You know what I'm saying? Stop looking at other people's lives and just worry about your life. You know what I'm saying? Worry about your life and everything gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, for anybody that's watching, man, hey, look, man, I've been through some ish, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. I get on here smiling, bro, and right when I cut off this camera, bro, you know, be crying, dead crying a lot of days. I remember them days back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Rainy days last temporary. It's temporary, my brother. You know what I mean? You got to go through trouble, bro. You got to go through troubles, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what, bro? Troubles brings out change, man. Pain brings change. You know what I'm saying? The only reason I am like how I am today, bro, is because of pain. Pain has molded me into a better person. So I want you to look at the pain that you're going through, the suffering that you're going through right now at this moment. Look at it as, what is God trying to teach me in this moment? You know what I mean? Because I promise you 100% of the time when you're going through pain and when you're going through suffering, it's about perseverance. It's about he's trying to mold you into becoming a better person. You know? So look at it like, okay, what is God trying to teach me through this suffering and through this pain? You know what I mean?
Girl when I was in my
now shut the freak up, toughen up, and watch the video. Toughen up, Nick.
I'm 20 now, so it was a couple of years ago, but still pretty fresh in my mind. For privacy's sake, I won't use her real name, so I'll refer to her as Grace.
Nigga, F Grace. We gotta F the privacy. I would have said her name right off the rip. F the privacy. Somebody gotta know who this crazy girl is, because guess what? If she go out with another, I could possibly save another dude's life. So nah, don't try to be private, man. F all that. Say her real name.
For privacy's sake, I won't use her real name, so I'll refer to her as Grace.
Oh, hey, no.
Grace and I met through our job, which I now know is never ideal. Before we started dating, though, there were red flags that I simply shouldn't have ignored. For instance, she would come to our place of work for hours just to watch me work, and I would catch her staring at me every once in a while. Besides that, a few months into our relationship, things started getting pretty toxic. I would constantly feel suffocated. I had no time for my hobbies, friends, or even myself. She was the type of girl to ask where I was, who I was with, and what I was doing 24/7.
Oh my God.
If I didn't answer a phone call, it would end up being 25 missed calls and a ton of text messages that would ultimately turn into a fight, even if I was just using the bathroom. It got to the point where I couldn't play games with my friends without it causing a fight. So eventually we broke up, but not without her doing everything in her power to convince me to come back. She would wait outside my place of work for me to get off, and when I would walk outside, she would follow me to my car, block me from getting in, and try to reason with me. I got sick of it. One night she came and wanted to talk, so I decided to talk with her, not really knowing what else to do. Grace was also trying to sue me for something extremely petty that I'd rather not get into, and would use this as a scare tactic to make me talk to her. So anyway, I sat down in her car. She was saying the same old stuff I'd heard hundreds of times. I told her I was done talking, but at that time, her dad called her. She used this as a threat and told me, if you don't sit here and talk to me, I'll have him sue you now. And to that,
Man, I would have said, sue me then. Freak, sue me, gang. I ain't gonna care to you. I will fight it. I'd rather fight that than be with you, I promise you. Sue me then, shawty. Get the freak out of my face. I will fight it. I'll fight. You know what I'm saying? I will go through that than being with you. And I'll be trying to tell you, bro, women be crazy too. It's always the men that get looked at those crazy, though, y'all. It's always the men getting looked at as crazy. You know what I mean? But I did stories of women stabbing, women chopping up. I ain't never heard of a man chopping up a woman. It probably happened, but chopping up a woman and then cooking his body parts. I did a story with that. You know what I mean? Shawty worked at a butcher shop. You know what I mean? Literally, while the man was sleeping, stabbed the man in the chest like numerous of times. And then when he died, it was the Mr. Baller. And then when he died, the lady chopped up this man's body parts, cooked it, and ate it. There's some crazy women out here, but we get looked at as we dangerous, though. You know what I mean? No, it's these women that's crazy, too, though.
Said, fuck this, and attempted to get out of her car. The door was locked, though, so as I was unlocking it...
I said, oh, you locked me in this car? You better let me out of this car right now! Right now!
And attempted to get out of her car. The door was locked, though, so as I was unlocking
crazy.
it, she grabbed hold of my arm and dug her nails into my skin. I looked at her and was genuinely shocked because she'd only been verbally abusive before, never physical. I had also never seen that look on her face. It was pure malice, and I won't lie, I was pretty unnerved. I myself am a pretty tall guy, and she was very small, so I knew I could overpower her if I had to. I swung her door open and tried to step away, but she was holding me extremely tight. I told her to let me go, but she wouldn't budge. I kept pulling on my arm, trying to get away, but she would not move an inch. At this point, my skin was starting to peel.
I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, bro. Women is strong as heck when they mad, man. I don't know what the heck. Like, I don't know what kind of strength. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how tall you is. It don't matter how tall you is. That little girl, that girl can be this tall. Man, when they get mad, they just get ultra strength. I'm like, God. Just shout it, chill out, shout it. You start struggling like you be for real, dead for real. Like, God, shout it, chill. You know what I'm saying? Be dead for real strong. Nigga, I'm tall. You think I'm Goliath and they David. The whole time I'm feeling like David and they Goliath. Shout as strong as an ox. Chill, shout it. You know what I'm saying? But be something, but I don't know what it is. But when women get mad, bro, but a girl be strong, bro. What the freak going on with shouting?
So I made a judgment call and pulled her toward me onto the passenger seat, which gave me enough time to get away and into my car. I drove home faster than I ever have, and I really wish I could say it ended there, but of course it doesn't. Unfortunately for me, Grace and I are practically neighbors, and she lives a couple blocks away.
What?
That night, while I was playing video games, I heard a car outside, but I kind of chalked it up to my game as I remember playing GTA 5 that night. I had also smoked a bit of weed, so I figured that would have made the car noises louder. A little bit of time passed, and as I was playing, I heard a tap on my window. I thought I was being paranoid, as weed can tend to make me a little on edge sometimes, especially after what had happened. But that thought quickly faded after I heard another tap and a female voice saying my name. I knew it was Grace, and I started to panic. My window doesn't have the best blinds, so I knew she could see me. I didn't want to open my window because at this point, I knew she could be potentially dangerous. I pretended not to hear her, hoping that she would go away. But of course, she didn't, because after a minute or two, she started banging on my window. Her tone changed from soft and apologetic to more aggressive and angry. I couldn't make out much of what she was saying, but it was something along the lines of, "You can't do this to me, you're an asshole." That sort of deal.
Bro, get the freak away from me, bro. What the freak? Bro, hey, Grace, I will put a bullet. See, Grace? See, this is when I will look at every woman. Look at me. If you're a woman looking at this video, put your phone down and look at me. I don't play that crazy junk. I want you to look at me right now. This is when I gotta bring violence. This is when I gotta bring violence. Y'all know, for everybody that been watching me, for all the women that been watching me, you know, they ain't never gonna hit a woman. Play crazy you want to, though. Play crazy. Dun, da, da, da. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Why I gotta go to dun, da, da, da? Does it gotta go to dun, da, da, da? Why can't it be cordial? Why does it always gotta go with dun, da, da, da? Why does it? Why? So if we got any crazy help, any crazy women that is watching my videos, man, chill out. Cause you gonna come across a nigga that's gonna dun, da, da, da. And I'm gonna keep it real with you, and I'm looking you dead in your eyes. I'm one of them niggas that gonna dun, da, da, da.
I had to do something. I didn't want
Come on, man. Like, I don't hit women. That's why I would give you many warnings. Please, leave me alone. Leave me alone. You leave me alone. Leave me alone. I said it for. Oh, leave me alone!
I waste the cops' time, but now looking back at it, I absolutely should have called them. I made the stupid decision to open my door and ask what she wanted. I asked why she was here and why she couldn't just leave me alone.
This nigga open his door.
Her tone changed once again to soft-spoken, and she was asking for her sweater back. I yelled at her and told her she can't just be at my window at 2 in the morning asking for a sweater, and then I said if she didn't leave my property, I'd be calling the cops. At this point, she blew up screaming at me while starting to sob uncontrollably. For a moment, I actually felt bad, But then my heart dropped as I saw something that still sends shivers down my spine.
She had a knife?
She wasn't alone. To the left of her was a thick tree in our front yard, and peeking out from it was a hooded figure. She saw me move to focus to the tree, and she knew I saw them. She reached for my arm and grabbed me, and as she did this, I saw the person run out from behind the tree, but I couldn't make out any facial features. It didn't matter, because they were sprinting toward my window. In that moment, my fight or flight kicked in, and I slammed my window shut on Greg's arm. She screamed out in pain and pulled it back. I slammed it shut and locked it just before the other person reached my window. My heart was racing, and it felt like I couldn't breathe.
Oh, you definitely got that now.
I showed them my phone, dialing 911, and at that, they hurried back to her car, started it, and drove away. I was in total shock, not even comprehending what had just happened. They sent an officer to my house. He took down my story and told me they'd call if anything came of it.
Oh, you gotta die.
Of course, there wasn't much they could do, as there was no evidence anything happened.
You gotta die.
Most 911 calls. As far as I know, she never had any legal action taken against her. As for what they wanted with me, she's also gotten people jumped and robbed before, so I wouldn't doubt they wanted to do that, or possibly worse. I'm just extremely lucky that the person hiding behind the tree decided to peek out.
Oh, I ain't worried about that. I don't even be worried about that, gang. I ain't gonna cap. I don't even be worried about that. I'm gonna keep it.
My name is Amy, and I haven't really slept much since last Tuesday. Not because I can't, but because I don't feel safe closing my eyes anymore. That's what happens, I guess, when someone you thought you knew turns out to be capable of something you only expect from horror movies. I broke up with my boyfriend Tommy 3 weeks ago. It wasn't dramatic, at least not at first. We'd been dating for just under a year. In the beginning, he was sweet. He was overly attentive and always texting and calling like any partner wants. At first, it felt like real love, the kind you think you're lucky to have. But over time, it turned possessive. He'd get upset if I took too long to reply. He'd ask weird questions like who I had smiled at that day or if I had seen any guys looking at me. Sometimes he'd show up at my job unannounced, just standing outside the window like he was checking in. He even showed up to the bars I was at with friends if I was having a girls' night out, and then forced me to come home with him. My friends started to hate him for these exact reasons. He never trusted me, but I didn't end it until he started asking if I'd ever—
Come on, bro. You'll be a weirdo, bro. Like that's... Oh, my God. See, I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro, honestly. You know, and I know a lot of people gonna be like, dang, why be with a girl that you don't trust? Hopefully Jesus don't screw me over. Like for me, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think I can grow to trust my girl, but I feel like at the beginning, I'm not gonna trust her. You know what I mean? But just because I'm one of them people, like, just because I don't trust you, you never gonna know, like, I don't trust you. Nigga, I'm not finna be showing up no bars. I'm not finna be overly texting you, because I feel like, bro, when it comes to relationships, I like my space. I'm gonna keep it G with you. You know what I'm saying? I like my space. Like, I told this story, and I'm sorry, Shawty, if you're watching this. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I couldn't stand about my ex-girlfriend, G, is that every time I woke up, bro, I mean, I get that, but, bro, it was always something with her. I'm like, dang, Shawty, you ain't never got a good day. I'm talking about every day it was missed like 3 FaceTime calls. And I got hella text messages. Talking about something going, I'm talking about y'all, every day was a problem. It was to a point I was getting a headache. I'm like, man, look, man. I'm like, it's all about space, man. It's like, okay, text her, okay, cool. Y'all in a relationship, that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? But space is very important in a relationship. You know what I mean? I don't want to get tired of you, and I don't want you to get tired of me. Give me time to miss you. It came to a point in time, man, I just left Shawty crib. Now she want to FaceTime when I get back home. Dang, Shawty, I was just with you like 3 hours. More than that, shoot. Then when I get home, you want to FaceTime me? Starting to get on my nerves, Shawty. Starting to get on my nerves. You feel me? But nah, though, man. Like, for me, I feel like I will grow to trust my girl for sure. Because, you know, your girl should be your best friend. I feel like I'm going to grow to trust. But I'm not going to trust my girl just instant. It's going to take me a little while to trust my girl. But even though I don't trust you, I don't mean, you're never going to know that I don't trust you. Like, you're never going to know. You You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna be on some who looked at you today and all that. Cause if you the girl for me, I ain't gotta worry about all that. Now, if you cheat on me, you was never you weren't my girl to begin with. You did me a favor. But I ain't finna be going out no bars. I ain't finna ask. I'm not a jealous type either. I ain't no insecure type. You know what I'm saying? I take it as a compliment if a dude looking at my girl let me know I got some of my trophy, but she coming home with me. I take that as a compliment. As long as you don't say nothing to a nigga, we cool. You can look all day, homie. So she on my arm, not yours, my boy. I ain't finna get offended. You know what I'm saying? That's called being secure. Called, yeah, she coming home with me. You feel me? But, nigga, I ain't never tripping about none of that, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. You feel me? I would want my girl to go out. Yeah, go out with your friends, shout it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, do your thing. Told you, that's about the space. You know what I mean? It's good to do things, bro, without each other sometimes. You know what I mean? You get boyfriend and girlfriend start getting with each other. Y'all do everything together. You know what I'm saying? It get to a point, that's like your real best friend. Y'all do everything. But sometimes it's good, bro, for you to do things by yourself. It's good for her to do things by herself. Because y'all going to eventually, y'all going to get tired of each other, bro. That's why I feel like a lot of relationships don't last. It's because they want to be with each other every day. Like, I realize that every day is cool. Okay, every day is cool. Sometimes go out and enjoy yourself with your friends. Sometimes you go out and enjoy yourself with your friends. Sometimes y'all do your own thing. You know what I'm saying?
Consider putting a tracker.
Because I be dang if a girl thinks she finna come. Like shout out my boy Keith. Shout out Quan and them. They're my brothers. You feel me? Ain't no girl finna take me away from my homies. You feel me? They're my homies. Of course, you feel me? She above them for sure. If this is the girl that I'm looking to marry, for sure. But for me to think I ain't finna talk to my homies, my brothers, you feel me? Come on, bro. They was around before you. What it look like not talking to them no more just because you came around? Come on, Sean. I ain't finna show them more attention than you. Heck no.
Not to start sharing each other's locations.
But I think I ain't finna
really put a tracker on my phone.
What, bro?
That was the last straw for me.
John Dead is over.
I told him it was over, and in response, he cried at first, but then he went silent. I remember hanging up on our last call with this strange tightness in my chest, like I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. For a little while, things were quiet. I blocked his number and tried to move on. I started going back to the gym, cooking real meals, just trying to feel normal again. But about a week after the breakup, I started getting strange messages. Not from Tommy, or at least not directly, but from random numbers with no name or context. They were short, usually just a vague single sentence. I didn't reply to any of them. That's a surefire way to get a spam number to know to keep harassing you. I just blocked each number as it came. I did not tell my friends. I told myself it was probably a scam or some spam bot because I've always gotten spam texts. But then things moved beyond just random texts. One night, I was in bed and had to get up to pee. I went into the hallway outside my bedroom, and before entering the bathroom, I thought I heard a soft noise come from downstairs in the foyer. I'm not the type to go check on a noise. I get scared in the dark, hence why I always like being in a relationship so I don't have to stay alone all the time. I didn't go down to check it. I convinced myself it was a radiator clicking or something. I've lived in this apartment for almost 2 years, and most of that time was spent living with my ex George and then Tommy the remainder of that time. But
ex George and Tommy? You need to learn how to be alone, Shawty. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's why I like being in a relationship, because I don't like being alone. So you only like being in a relationship because you hate being alone. Do you even like the dude that you with, basically? After you said that kind of made me, did you really like Tommy? Did you really like George? Or you were just with them just because you didn't want to be alone? You know what I mean? You got people out here that are really in a relationship because they don't want to be alone. They don't even like the person they with. They just do not want to be alone.
Never alone. I know the sounds it makes, and honestly, that sound was not one I'd heard before. So after I went to the bathroom, I went straight back into my room and jumped into bed, thinking the thin sheet of blanket cloth would protect me. Another night, around 2 a.m., I could have sworn I heard a door in my apartment open from outside my room. That was the sound that woke me up, so I wasn't 100% sure of it. It could have been part of my dream, maybe. Still, my heart was racing. I texted my family group chat with my siblings and my parents, just saying, I keep hearing noises every night, I'm getting scared. Of course, they were all asleep though, so I went back to sleep. That weekend, I came home from visiting my sister and immediately felt like something was off. Nothing was missing or broken, but I felt like maybe doors were left open at angles that they weren't left before. It may sound far-fetched, but it's not. I have a habit of leaving doors closed or near closed when I leave my apartment. All the doors were basically fully open in the entire apartment. There was no draft at all. I keep the air conditioning on most of the time. I walked through the apartment slowly, checking each room. My stomach dropped when I saw that the hallway closet was slightly open. Now I knew something was wrong. I always leave that closet door closed. There's no reason to leave it open, and plus, the door tends to swing out if I do leave it open. I stared at it for what felt like a full minute before I approached. When I pulled it fully open, nothing was there. Just coats and shoes, same as usual. That night, I pushed a chair under my bedroom door and slept with a knife under my pillow. I kept the bedside lamp on. I must have dozed off at some point because I woke up to the sound of something moving, just a soft shuffle. I sat up slightly, confused, and then I realized the light was now off and the room was dark. I looked toward the door. I could see it was open, but I had wedged a chair under it. How could it be wide open? At first, I thought maybe I dreamed wedging the chair and leaving on the light, or maybe I'd gotten up in my sleep, but I quickly found out how wrong I was. I saw something at the foot of my bed in the dark. I swear I couldn't tell what it was. It was just some black mass in the dark. But when I finally started realizing that what I was looking at was the top half of someone's head, it was too late, because I felt two hands start caressing my feet, and I completely lost it. I screamed so loud until I had no air left in my lungs, and I instantly recognized Tommy's voice telling me to calm down. But when I kept screaming, he got on top of me and put his hand over my mouth. He told me he wasn't there to hurt me, just to talk.
Bro, get your little creepy self on talking about you want dead, bro. I'm like, bro, man, this man told me he wasn't there to hurt me, just to talk. Bro, she don't care about none of that, bro. She broke up with you, kid. She blocked your number. If she wanted to talk to you, bro, she would have left your number unblocked. You know what I'm saying? Once a girl blocks you, she don't want to hear from you no more. That's how you know she had enough. You know a woman has enough when she blocks you. Once you're blocked, oh yeah, you're not. It's over, brother. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, bro.
He said he wouldn't let go of my mouth until I agreed to be quiet, so I nodded. The first thing I asked him was how he got into my apartment, and he said he made a copy of my key when we were together just in case there was ever an emergency. He never told me he did this. Straight psychopath behavior.
Psychopath.
He must have snuck out overnight one night with my keys to do it somewhere. As I sat there listening to him, I debated pulling the knife, but I was too scared to do so. I knew if I did that, I had to actually be ready to use it. He kept saying over and over how he wasn't there to hurt me, just to talk, but it seemed like he was simply there to scare me into agreeing to get back with him, and I truly was too scared to say no in fear of what he might do. So I said yes, but I asked him to simply leave for the night because I was shook. I think he was there in my bed for half an hour total before he left, and when he was gone, the first thing I did was call the police and explain the break-in. I said I was scared that he was still on the premises so that the police would actually come. When they did, I made an official police report, which I later used to file a restraining order against Tommy, with enough people backing up my claims, since I couldn't actually prove he broke into my house. A detective later traced the fake numbers back to his cell phone through some fake phone number app, which was also helpful in getting the restraining order. I stayed with my parents until I was able to get a new apartment. My advice to all women out there is the first sign of any sort of mental illness in the man you're with, you should really consider getting away as soon as possible just to be safe.
No cap.
I still have to live with the trauma of waking up to him in my room, and I had to actually consider pulling a knife on him.
No cap, bro. That's why we trying to tell people, man. Think you know somebody, bro? Really don't, man. A lot of these dudes, I told you, man, they gonna be sweet in the beginning. It's always like that, ladies. Just because he's sweet in the beginning, that doesn't mean that's who he truly is. There ain't one dude that's just bad off the rip. There ain't one dude. None. Every dude that you talk to was nice at the beginning. I bet they were. I bet they were. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that's who they are. And Tommy was sweet at the beginning, you know, texting me, you know, just thinking like, you know, where has his love has been? I've been looking for this all my life. And now his true self started to come out, being a psychopath, showing up to your job, bro, unannounced. The psychopath made a copy of your freaking key in case of an emergency. You know what I'm saying? He started showing, he couldn't take it no more. He like, okay, I'm not a sweet boy. I'm not a sweet boy. I'm not a good boy like I'm portraying to be. I'm a psychopath. I cannot hold it in any longer. I got to show her who I truly am. I have to show up to bars unannounced. I have to force her to come home with me. I'm tired of acting sweet. I got her now. I can be myself. The jump was freaking itching Tommy. Tommy was just like, I can't do it no more. That's the difference between a guy acting good and a guy that's truly good. But a lot of y'all women, they refuse to ignore the red flags, and then it gets worse. It gets worse. He ain't never gonna change. Tommy wasn't gonna change. It was just gonna get worse and worse. She would have stayed in that apartment, man. She probably would have been dead. Straight up, bro. I'm gonna keep it real, man. You know, red flags is red flags. I've realized nobody's perfect. But when it comes to a red flag, that's different. Like a red flag is like a red flag. Like, oh yeah, I shouldn't be with this person. Everybody make mistakes for sure. But once that red flag is like you. A red flag is like a no-no. No-no. I ain't gonna lie. It's like a no-no, bro. Everybody gonna make mistakes. Everybody's human. But once you do that red flag.
For a year and a half. At first, she was one of the most intense people I'd ever met. Not in a bad way. She was passionate, charismatic, and could talk about anything for hours. When she left, it was like she pulled you into her world. The first few months were incredible. She'd surprise me with gifts, leave sticky notes with poems on my mirror, text me goodnight every single night without fail. But that intensity had a darker side. She didn't do calm or wait and see. Everything was either perfect or catastrophic. If I was 5 minutes late responding to a text, she'd send a stream of messages, first worried, then angry, and then apologizing. It got worse slowly, almost invisibly. She once accused me of cheating because I liked an Instagram post from a girl I hadn't spoken to since high school. And when I told her that something she did made me uncomfortable, she would shut down completely. I don't mean just get quiet. I mean she would sit in my apartment for hours staring at the wall, just refusing to leave until I told her everything was fine. The first time she showed up at my office unannounced was 6 months in. She brought coffee and acted like it was cute, like we were some TV couple. I laughed it off, but the second time was because
I'm gonna keep it real, bro. None of y'all. I mean, I'm never gonna tell my girl where I work at. I'll tell her like what I like, but it's like tell her where I work. Like I don't even work. I don't even have a job, but you know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know, man. I gotta really know this girl in order to tell her where I like truly like where I live and what I do. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't like telling no girl that I'm a YouTuber. Can't stand that junk. You know what I'm saying? Like really, like you ask me what I do, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna say nothing. And I'm not a liar anymore. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be a liar. Say what I do. You know what I'm saying? I drug deal. I sell drugs. I do something like that. Just don't like telling people what I'm in. And I lie for that reason, y'all, because I got a whole bunch of women that I used to talk to still watching me now. Now how many times I said something about my ex, bro, and then when I got back to talking with her, bro, she brought up what I said in the videos. Just watching me, probably still right now. That's why I don't want nobody watch. That's why I don't want no. I hire my YouTube for a reason. You know what I'm saying? This is like therapy to me, bro. I say what the freak I want to say. So when I say something, I don't want to hear you. Why did you say that in the video? Like, I didn't like that, what you said. See, that's what I'm saying. See, that's why I didn't want you to know what the freak I did in the first place. That's why I lied to you about selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? That's why I lied to you about doing this. That's why I lied to you about doing it. Because I don't want you to know what the freak I do. Because if I say something off the wall, junk, yeah, I don't like the way you said that. Like, what you said in the video just rubbed me so wrong. Like, please just don't say it again, man. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? You know how many times I heard the video, you said this in the video, you said this, and I'm like, bro, Shut the freak up. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even tell, I swear, I don't even tell girls my YouTube. They just find it. It'll be weird. You know what I'm saying? They just find it, cuz. Like Shawty literally found my name. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I told her I did YouTube, but I ain't telling my YouTube channel name. Bro, I swear on my life. It's like God refused to hide my YouTube channel from women. I swear on my life, bro. She typed in J and my channel name popped up. J Willie said it popped up. And she found my channel by just typing in J. It's like, what the? What made this girl want to type in J and then W? She typed in J. I'm like, what the freak? I'm like, what the heck going on, Shadow? How you know how to start with it? Why you like what the? That was so weird. I did not tell her nothing. I didn't tell her my YouTube channel at all. She found it, chat.
Her call.
I was like, what
She
the heck?
stayed parked outside in the lot until I came
on my
down.
YouTube?
She'd been crying. I told her it wasn't okay.
That's when I started.
And she just smiled and said, "You do the same for me, right?" I didn't have an answer for that. I kept making excuses for her. Trauma, abandonment issues, childhood stuff. I thought if I just proved I wasn't gonna leave, she'd calm down. Instead, the more I gave, the more she needed. Eventually, I reached my limit. I told her it had to end. She didn't yell or cry. She just stared at me in silence for what felt like minutes. Then she nodded and said, "You think it's over for you, but it's not over for me."
I would have said, it's over. It's over right the freak now. You know what I'm saying? No, it's over right the freak now. You feel me? I would have told her that, sir. Yeah, it's over. It's over right the freak now. You know what I mean? I don't know what you're going through. Abandonment issues. Know what the heck you're going through. But Shawty, you need help. You need some help, Shawty. But you talking about it ain't over for me and over. No, it's over right the freak now. And I would have said, if you think it ain't over, come try it. And I would have backed away and said, all right, it's over now. It's over. Don't do no crazy stuff. I don't want to I don't want to do it now. All right, it's over, brother. It's over. Now chill, okay? I would have showed that little right pocket. Chill. I don't want to use him. I don't want to use her. I don't want to use Nina. Now just let me go this way and you go that way, all right? It's over, brother. It's over.
I remember how cold that made me feel. Like it wasn't even—
What the freak? She said, what the freak she said?
Not over for me.
It's over for you, not for me.
Then she nodded and said, "You think it's over for you, but it's not over for me." I remember how cold that made me feel. Like it wasn't even a threat, just a fact. I blocked her on everything that same night, and I changed my number.
No cap.
I even asked my building manager if I could get a different unit. For a few weeks, I thought it worked. Then the letters started showing up. The letters had no stamps or return addresses, just my name handwritten on the envelope, usually left between my door and the frame. I held on to some of these notes. The first one was kind of nostalgic. It said, "I miss waking up to you. I still sleep on the side of the bed where you used to lay." The second one got stranger. It said, "You always check the door 3 times before you go to bed. You probably don't even notice it, but I do." The third letter was the one that made me pack a suitcase. It said, "You wore your blue hoodie Monday, the one with the hole in the sleeve. You should sew that up before it gets worse." That was the same hoodie I wore when I went to pick up groceries that day at a store across town in the pouring rain.
Freak.
I hadn't seen anyone, not a single person I recognized, but she had seen me. I knew then that moving across the city wouldn't be enough. I found a job in Denver.
This nigga moved to death. This nigga moved to another state. Dang, nigga. Shoot. Golly, boy, you just killed me with that. But that boy ain't moved. That boy ain't moved to the south side of his city. That boy ain't moved to the west side of the city. That boy ain't moved to the north side of the city. That boy ain't moved to the east side. That nigga saying, man, F this, man. I'm moving to Denver. F that. I'm moving to Denver. F this city. I'm to Denver. She can't catch me now. She cannot catch me now. That nigga moved to Denver. Denver. Like, man, F this, I'm going to Denver.
that moving across the city wouldn't be enough. I found a job in Denver, a good one. I didn't tell anyone except my brother and immediate family.
Congratulations, though, my boy.
I left no forwarding address. I even created a new email for the job, and I didn't link any personal info.
No way she gonna find you in
completely
Denver.
dark. I even got a P.O. box under a false name. I thought that would be enough.
No way. No way, this crazy Holden found you in Denver.
I even got a P.O. box under a false name.
Ain't no way, gang.
I thought that would
You
be
definitely ain't watching your surroundings. Something going on.
enough, and for a while it was. Many months passed, and I slept soundly. I started dating again. Nothing serious, just drinks and movies. But I was laughing again. I felt like a person. Then, one Saturday, I opened my P.O. box and found an envelope. Just my name again. No stamp or return address. Inside was a Polaroid. It was of me walking in my apartment building, taken from behind. My earbuds were in, and I had a coffee in one hand. It was cold out. You could see snow on the sidewalk and the mountains in the background.
What?
I checked the back, and written in red ink, it said, "Your shoulders slouch when you're tired." I didn't wait. I moved again, faster this time. I paid cash for a rental in a different part of town. Smaller building and fewer tenants.
Bruh, this remind me on some friend request type junk, bro. Nigga, you dated a witch, nigga? What the freak? Who the freak, bro? She followed you to Denver, nigga. Like, this is a girl that finna kill you type. This on some like, oh yeah, nigga, if she not going through this, nigga, and she ain't finna kill you, nigga. This on some like, oh yeah, nigga, if I can't have you, nigga, nobody finna have you, nigga.
I switched jobs once again and told my boss I had family stuff and had to go fully remote. I got a rescue dog who was big and loud, a big German Shepherd mix to try and keep me sane. I deleted mostly everything online. I had no apps or social media. I went gray for almost a year and heard nothing. No letters or pictures anymore. I let myself believe she was finally gone. Until the post-it note. It was stuck to my front door one evening when I got home from walking the dog.
Bro, what the freak, bro?
It was a yellow note with red ink, and it said, "I don't like the beard." My stomach actually dropped. I'd grown it out maybe 3 months prior. Nobody had seen me with it except the dog and maybe my work webcam, which I kept taped over unless on a call. I shaved it off that night. I told myself it was a coincidence, but the next morning, another note was waiting. Tucked under the windshield wiper of my car, it said, "Better." I contacted the police again and filed a report. They said without threats or property damage, there wasn't anything they could do. I asked if I could file a restraining order, and they said I'd need to prove she'd been near me, which, without seeing her or catching her in the act, was nearly impossible. I changed my habits and started paying attention to every detail, like locking the doors.
That's what I was telling you, bro. You gotta be watching, bro. Like, man, I'm watching everything. I'm on every call. I told you, man. I gave my shorty 245s. I told him on them calls. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I'm on them calls. I'm on every call. Every call, man. What the freak?
Drawing the blinds. I didn't sleep much. I lay
Hey,
in bed for hours, staring at the ceiling and waiting for the floorboards to creak. 2 weeks passed with no incident. I started to wonder if maybe the notes were old. Maybe she'd left them a while ago and I'd only just noticed. But deep down, I didn't even believe that. Then one night, I woke up in the middle of the night with this horrible feeling, like someone had just been watching me and they only just stepped out of the room. I got up and checked the doors and windows, even under the bed like I was a kid again.
Like
nothing was out of place.
Sounded like a witch,
but
bro.
The next morning, taped to the outside of my front door, was a small envelope like someone had taken their time to align it perfectly. Inside was a photo, one I hadn't seen in years. It was Marissa and I in a boardwalk photo booth from back when we were still together. We were smiling and her head was on my shoulder, but her eyes had been stretched out in deep gouges like someone had used a needle or a pin. I moved again. Not across town this time, but out of the city completely. I found a small cabin 3 hours into the mountains.
Bro, you gotta check your surroundings. Ain't no way she following you, bro. You probably got a tracker, bro. That's what you got. You got a tracker, bro. You gotta get rid of that car. You got a tracker. That's what it is. It's a tracker, bro. It's a tracker. Ain't no way she finding you, bro. You got a tracker, gang. You need a new car, nigga. F all that, nigga. You going to a new car, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got, bro. She ain't God, bro. Ain't no way she still finding your head. No, nigga, you got a tracker, nigga, something. I don't know if you got something in your skin. Nigga, I need surgery. I need surgery. Hey, can I go through a little MRI or something? I gotta see if I got something in my body or something, man. Somebody scan my body. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see if something, because there's no way, gang. No way. I just moved a dip and this whole stiff over me. Hey, somebody scan my body. MRI. I need an MRI or something. Let me see if I got some scanning something, man. Somebody help me, please. Bro, I'm scared for my daylight. I ain't finna get up here act like I'm be tough. Yeah, I would have shot. No, I would have been scared. Nigga, I moved to Denver. She still follow me. Why do I got a good penis? Why do I got good penis? You know what I'm saying? God. I done did my little thing on this. Did my little 1-2 on her. She just cannot leave me alone. Why I got a good penis? Why I got a good penis? You feel me? Golly. Man, I would have. What?
It was isolated.
I'm like, nigga, you're tracked. You're getting tracked. It's a some of your body, nigga. Some of your body. She placed a tracker in your body, nigga. Some of your car, nigga, your phone. Some. I would have broke the phone and everything. Would have broke my phone and everything. Nigga would have returned the call. Everything. Oh yeah.
Surrounded by pine trees.
Ain't no way she found you now. Nigga, ain't no way she found you now, nigga.
I paid in cash and used a fake name on the lease, which was a month-to-month payment system. And I left my old smartphone behind, getting a second phone number in the process.
You better leave that car too, nigga.
I had a burner phone for emergencies mainly. I worked remote through a company-issued laptop that only connected through a secure VPN. No one besides my immediate family and my best friend knew where I was. I kept to myself. The only quote-unquote visitor I got was my Uber Eats driver delivering occasional groceries. For a whole month, I barely even went into town, and it all finally worked, until I heard footsteps outside crunching the snow.
Bro, what the freak?
The dog went ballistic. The next morning, I found the footprints. They were shoe marks, and they went from window to window.
Bro, who is this, gang? Bro, who the freak is this girl, gang? Like, what the freak? I ain't gonna lie, man. It's some different junk. What the freak? Who is the freak is this girl, gang?
This morning, I found the footprints.
Bro.
They were shoe marks, and they went from window to window. There were no notes or anything left anywhere on the house, though. What else was I to assume other than it was her? That she found me again? Even though I still don't know for certain if that was actually her that time, I spent that entire day packing my things and driving back to my hometown.
Man.
Today, I'm living in a house with 3 roommates who are in the military. If that's not a house that people know not to mess with, I don't know what is. Their pickup trucks, purple heart plates, and giant flags all over the front of the house are absolutely deterrent to Marissa playing whatever psychopathic game she was playing. She's a mentally unstable stalker, it's clear as day, and she's a danger to herself, me, and whoever she gets involved with in the future. I just wish law enforcement was more willing to step in and do something before something really bad happens.
They don't care. That's all they care about is when stuff bad happens. That's all they care about, bro. They don't care about none of that. I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. Marissa. If you hear the name Marissa, run, nigga. If you hear this girl you talking to, her name Marissa, get the freak out of there, nigga. It's her. It's her. You know what I'm saying? I know, nigga, from now on, I'm remembering this video. I'm remembering it. Nigga, if your name remembers Marissa, I ain't talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Marissa, that's gonna be in my head. I ain't never heard a story like this a day in my life. Marissa. Don't worry, it's in here now. It's in here now. Any girl named Marissa, don't talk to me. I heard the name Marissa before. Marissa? Oh, shoot. I heard a girl named Marissa back in Alabama. The whole name Marissa, I ain't gonna lie, I started looking like Marissa did look kind of crazy back then. Oh, shoot, I did know somebody named Marissa. Let me get the freak out of this video right quick.